Welcome once again to the fun show here on Big TV. It is Bastille Day today. That means what's the date?
July 14th.
Thank you very much.
And we're at the teen center in
And
Brookline.
We are.
Yeah.
I
We
almost overlooked that. We're at the Teen Center right here, catty corner to the Pierce School in downtown Brookline. The Teen Center is on its way
Brookline.
to celebrating its first year in operation. And during our summer tour this year, this is our second stop. And so naturally it rained like the dickens.
Yep, just like last week.
Yep. We're on the wet tour, the Wet and Wild tour of Brookline this summer. As I say, this is the fun show. To my right, making notes, is Mike Sallen.
Next
our
week, we're
producer.
not on.
Next week we're not on. That's your important announcement.
That's my important announcement.
Prepare yourself, everybody.
So savor every second
Right.
tonight.
You have next week off, and Kiera Miner is sitting to my left.
One of these cameras.
I remain Arch O'Riley.
I'm going to apply for a
do.
job at Uber for next week.
Uber?
Uber.
Oh, the taxi service?
Of
The
course,
limo
why not?
service?
There's a rule about riding with 90-year-olds. I think that, no.
Is he a 9-year-old?
90.
Oh, 90.
90.
I
What
thought
do you
you
think
said
of that idea?
9-year-olds.
Uber?
I don't know. I hear a lot of things that there seem to be critical of the drivers of
Okay.
Uber.
All right,
and,
keep going on the intros.
The intro is done. We're
So
done.
we're already into it. You made us move into it,
we've-
Mr. Uber.
we- We've
Wait a minute,
finished
you,
the intro.
you were on last week.
I was
We
not here
missed
last
you.
week.
Where were you last
I
week?
was cowering in my basement from the tornado warnings.
No, you were not.
Actually, I was not. I was down in
We have a
Hampton
tornado
Roads,
last
Virginia.
week.
Oh, joy. Virginia.
Actually, strangely enough, no. Monday night I was actually in Richmond,
Richmond,
Virginia,
Virginia.
Okay.
having a tour of Monument Avenue. You ever heard of Monument Avenue
No,
in Richmond,
I didn't,
Virginia?
and
It's a very,
Likely.
it's a very lovely street.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of monuments on Monument
There
Avenue?
are, and they're, Stonewall Jackson and Robert E.
Was
Lee
there
and
an ice
Jeb
cream
Stewart.
store there that I could get an ice cold?
And then at the end, I should tell you people that we opened the garage door here. We have plenty of fresh air and ambulance sirens going by here at the
Seems
teen center.
interesting.
And it's hot in here.
Yes. Anyway, but so you go down this long row of famous Confederate generals.
Okay.
My
No.
favorite people.
And the last statue,
Mine too.
the last statue in the row is Arthur Ashe.
Okay, is that your buddy?
Well,
Is that
he's
your
a good
family
guy.
member?
I liked him.
You don't know Arthur Ashe?
I
Arthur-
don't.
Great
I know
tennis.
nothing.
Great
I am
tennis
the
player.
epitome of today's, generation.
Oh, you know.
Arthur Ashe was the first African American to win Wimbledon and is in the Tennis Hall of Fame, and is one of the greatest
Yes.
male
not your
male
relative.
tennis players. And it caused quite a hubbub in Richmond, Virginia, when they added him to the row of Confederate generals.
I bet it did.
And then a few blocks away is a statue of Mr. Bojangles.
Okay. Was
It was
that really
Eddie
his name?
Robinson, right? Wasn't it
Well,
Eddie
why
Robinson?
did you go down there?
Well,
Tell us.
I had family to commune with, and the
okay.
4th of July to celebrate, and I hit Williamsburg and Jamestown, Fort Monroe,
You really did a historical tour.
and my college roommate,
Okay.
who was born and raised on the south side of Chicago, lives in Richmond, Virginia, having retired from Virginia Commonwealth University. And Virginia Commonwealth University is the most going enterprise in Richmond, Virginia, as far as I can tell.
It's a big university. It's all right.
So you were bored out of your mind.
Okay.
No, I had a lot of fun.
Oh, really?
Had a lot of
All
fun.
right,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
I missed you, but other than that,
Well, we
it was
missed
fun.
you,
We
so
did. We think a lot
it's
like,
just not
yeah.
the same without you.
I
We
mean,
had a
it ain't
nice
the same.
guest, but it wasn't the same.
It ain't
I
the
mean,
same.
it was only when I stopped and realized that I wasn't seeing you that I got bored out of my mind. Otherwise, it was all right.
Oh.
I don't even know what to say to that. Look at you just throwing on the charm.
I don't know. I thought you were going to stick another pin in me.
No, not right now.
Not now.
You just keep the good behavior up, you'll be good.
I escaped.
Well, So you went down there and you got back. That's the main
I
thing.
went down there, I got back,
You
I'm
survived
home,
the South.
and
What did they serve on the plane? Anything good?
They don't feed you on the plane anymore unless you ride first
Wait a minute.
class.
a small package of peanuts
Okay?
and a small package of mini pretzels
That now we're getting
and
somewhere.
one beverage. And
Is that a
What was
Coke?
your beverage?
well, on the way down, my beverage was a glass of water.
Ah,
On my way back, I splurged, and I actually sweet-talked the flight attendant out of a whole can of Coke.
Well
So
done.
I was
You
flying.
batted your eyes
Well
out
I
there.
was flying
Okay.
first class on the way home. Yes,
Excellent.
so-
all right. Well, now that we've covered all of those.
Yes.
I flew Delta, and they were on time, and they were very nice, which was
Wow.
But this is our old business, okay?
old business.
Old
So now we're
Having-
moving into
all right,
new
Wait a minute,
business.
all
what
right.
about
Having done
points?
old
What
business.
about, I keep getting things from banks telling me I can get 10,000 if I join
What,
this.
travel points kind
Travel
of things?
points, I can fly all over the world.
I have friends who have great success with that and seem to fly. As a matter of fact, my sister joined on this trip
Yeah.
on that kind of a thing, and I'm sorry to admit that I have never figured it out.
I have,
Point system?
Yes, I have a credit card that gives me points, and I have, I don't know,
One time I-
34,000 points, and all I do with them is trade them in for gift cards at Christmas time for my grandchildren.
wait a minute, one time
Then it's
I had a
forgive
lot
the
of
Betty.
these points and I called up the airline, which was British Air.
Okay?
And I said, before all these things disappear, because you say after 1 year it's over
Okay.
at
Yeah.
that time. And he says, well, what are you interested in? I says, I want an upgrade to business class.
That was a minimum request.
Yeah, and he said, okay, that was it.
There went all your points.
And we had a miserable time in business class. Really hated it. It was terrible.
You mean she liked Coach better?
No, but she
Oh.
didn't like this kind of business thing that we
You
were
didn't
in.
have enough points to get to first class?
You
we didn't-
settled for mediocre.
Yeah, there was a. They said you can sleep on in these things, these chairs that they had.
Where did you fly to?
We were flying to England.
Okay. Oh yeah, you should
Had
have
to
been
go
able to
see his
sleep.
grandchildren.
Anyways, okay, but we were uncomfortable. Anyways, all right.
Hey.
Now what about casinos?
Okay,
just-
here we go.
Here we go.
I don't know if you folks can hear, but the teen center is going strong.
That's all right.
It's
then. That's okay.
obviously being well entertained. What
Okay.
I hear behind me is an air hockey game, which is getting quite heated.
I thought it was tap dancing.
You thought it was tap
Yeah.
dancing?
Tap dancing, did you?
I did.
Remind us
Really?
not to have him book a tap dancer for
I
us.
know, my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, I've heard of slide step, but that's a little too far.
Okay.
Casinos, okay, casinos.
Casinos.
The mayor made a very good deal for Boston, which sort of helps
Yes.
the people over at Suffolk Downs. On the other hand, the question of whether casinos will ever pay off in Massachusetts was impacted by the fact that we just got word that the Trump Plaza Casino,
One of my favorite places.
the largest casino in Atlantic City,
Okay.
is folding because it can't make any money, making it the fourth casino in Atlantic City to fold this
You
year.
didn't say anything about Trump's hair, though. That's not folding.
No.
Okay.
No, it's always folded over.
Okay,
Yes,
folded
it-
over.
Right,
okay.
but it will
Folds
never
it
fall,
Oh,
right?
yes,
It will
fold
never
over.
move for that matter, right?
He's got enough money to put his hair any way he wants it.
Oh,
You
okay,
Yeah,
all
I
right,
think so.
okay.
Does
all
he
right.
put money in his hair?
I wouldn't be surprised. All those
Well,
plugs
okay.
cost a fortune.
And
Plugs, oh my goodness, plugs, all right. Anyway, what you see behind us, ladies and gentlemen, is in fact the Teen Center. You've all heard of the Teen Center. I bet none of you, or very few of you, have actually seen inside it. Unfortunately, if we had a steady cam, we could take you on a tour of the Teen Center, but you just sort of have to look over our shoulder and listen to the sounds of mirth and enjoyment, which are, if you're lucky, are drowning me out.
I like it. I like to hear noise. I think it's good, yeah. Then it sounds like things are happening here.
That's exactly
Sounds-
what's going on.
Okay.
There are things
Yeah.
happening
Now,
here.
Bo Bergdahl returns to duty. That's the BOW.
Returns to duty. I have
Is that the
apparent.
one that was kidnapped for 8 years or
5
something?
years
5
they had him,
years.
five
He's
and a
going back
half
to work?
years.
He is. Yep.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
he's back to duty. The question
Yeah.
is, are they going to try him in court, though? We don't
For
know.
what?
There's some
They're coming up with some
Republicans.
there's some question as to whether he actually deserted.
stuff.
I don't know if he deserted. I don't.
Well, nobody knows.
Yeah,
Nobody
yeah.
knows.
Okay.
Doesn't seem to slow certain Republican senators down from commenting on it, but
No class.
The New York Times talks about lead poisoning from shooting guns all the time.
from shooting guns.
Yeah.
You
lead.
mean from lead from bullets is now
Yeah.
leading to lead poisoning?
Yeah, if you can get lead
ridiculous.
poisoning,
And unfortunately, it's probably in the same communities that used to get it from lead paint.
lead paint.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, all right.
Remember
I'll,
lead paint?
I'll give that. I'm getting out of this. Okay.
right,
You're
we're gonna
getting
move on
out of
from
that
this.
one?
Can we at least talk about something interesting?
All
You
right,
guys are
something
killing me.
interesting. Okay.
We need something. I've got nothing. I'm relying on you guys to supply interesting, and you have not supplied
What about
interesting.
all the money that kids owe when they finish college?
You know that's my favorite subject.
Well,
because I'm outraged.
But that's not enough to be outraged.
It is enough to be outraged. I think that
Why-
college
why
is
are you
overpriced.
outraged?
I think they're extorting
It is.
money from young people and families, and college does not need to cost that much money.
About a week ago, I saw a rundown of, I think, the top 50 most expensive colleges in Massachusetts.
Okay.
And interestingly enough,
Phoenix.
huh?
Phoenix was the most expensive.
Not in Massachusetts.
Nice.
It was Bard College.
Bard.
Bard College.
Was number one
Bard.
Yes.
over Harvard?
Harvard was 31.
Ah.
Yes.
Very
I
good.
am
Yes.
shocked.
That's
Well,
I
excellent.
am in awe.
it is very, very interesting that if you go down the list
Here,
of the
listen
most
to this,
exp-
Evan. Go ahead.
the most
You're
ex-
giving away our guest.
No, I'm not.
You are. You just pointed out Evan.
I want him to listen.
a
to this.
little later we will be joined by Evan, and we will actually talk more about the teen center at that point. No, if you run down the list of colleges by their annual cost,
Okay.
you will go way down the list before you will get to any school you've ever heard of.
Wow.
What about endowment? You know,
And the great universities are not up there.
Okay.
I think that 4 of the top 5 schools in the
2 minutes.
entire United States
Yeah.
are in Florida.
Okay.
And I can't tell you what they are because I'd never heard of them before I read the list.
Okay.
Harvard, actually, this is something people should know if they don't know. Harvard, if you are a middle class family, is the least expensive school in America for you to go to, less expensive than your state universities. If your family makes under $65,000 a year and you're accepted at Harvard, you pay nothing. Room, board, nothing. If your family
And
makes
free
under
LSD.
$200,000 a year, you pay 10%.
Okay.
Literally, if you can get into Harvard, it's the cheapest school you can go to. That's a little bit of a catch, however, because it is a little hard.
Yeah.
However,
There's always a catch.
your money won't have anything to do with it because they don't even ask your finances until after you're admitted.
Okay. We got to get off.
No, we don't. He gave me 1.
It was a 1 minute. we have to get to the
Good
countdown.
night, Irene. We start singing. Is it
No,
too
no,
early?
no, it's not that.
Way too early.
We're going to take a
We're
small.
not going to miss
All right,
out
all
on
right,
Irene.
Ladies-
I'll wait. Okay.
All right, we're not even to the 30-second mark. Now we're going to fill this time with talking about
All
how
right.
many minutes, seconds we have.
No,
until
actually, what
our-
we're going to do,
Our PSAs.
we're all going to talk simultaneously.
Well,
That's
yeah,
what-
Good,
yeah.
that's very
Unfortunately,
good.
We have one camera
That's
that's
what we
catching
do.
all of us at
I was going to
once.
bring my
And-
bugle tonight, but I didn't.
Your bugle?
I have a
Why
bugle.
didn't
You
you?
never brought your
Well,
bugle.
You should have brought your
I have a-
harmonica.
Your
at the
harmonica
very
would have
I
been.
have my
You-
Anyway,
you
ladies
know
and
we
gentlemen,
can.
we're about to take a short interruption while we bring in our guest, and we have some informational programming to show you in the meantime.
In the meantime, okay?
Hey, you going out like that?
Yeah, why?
Well, what would the neighbors think?
Tommy, get your
Come look at Mr. Feather. Look what I have. Mr. Bird, remember? Bark, bark, bark. We're just playing. We're just trying to get you out of here.
Even still.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
On an all-new Marissa and Rocco, Marissa finds herself backed into a corner.
Hi, I'm talking about an old-fashioned girls' night at your place.
At my place?
We can all play robot domination.
No, we don't want to play robot domination. Why can't you understand that? Why can't there just be some way for me to upload it into your stupid G.I. Joe brain?
I found tons of info on sleepovers, and I think I matched a pretty good one for you. Complete with pizza and a Netflix cube full of horror movies and romantic comedies.
But something may be wrong.
You didn't notice all the glitching? Glitching, that's what he used to do.
Find out what happens in this all-new Marissa and Rocco on Big TV.
Democracy is not a spectator sport. I'm Margaret Bush, president of the League of Women Voters of Brookline. The League is a nonpartisan organization of women and men that operates at the national, state, and local levels, encouraging the informed and active participation of citizens in government. Over the past 6 months, our local league has sponsored a forum on gun violence and co-sponsored one on mass incarceration. We've conducted voter registration drives and candidate forums, and we publish a townwide voters guide every year. Find out more at lwvbrookline.org. You can make a difference.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the fun show here at Big TV. We have been joined, I am proud to say, by Evan Legere, who has been an active member and participant of the Teen Center ever since its opening last September.
He's submitting to torture tonight. Okay.
Yes, this is good for him. This is called
Great.
character building.
Character building.
Character
yes.
building.
That's right.
Actually, no,
Hanging
let's
out
give
with these
Teen Center.
let's give Evan credit. He's
Yes.
been sitting just off camera through the whole first half of this
Suffering, I
show,
might say.
and
Suffering off
he's still here. He's a brave young man.
He is.
Evan,
Bless you.
why don't you tell us some of the things that are made available to the young people of Brookline here at the Brookline Teen Center?
You know, like what kind of food you can get and stuff. No, go ahead.
Pretty good cafe.
Okay, no.
But anyone can come play basketball, or they can learn music in the studio, or play video games in the game room.
Could you start a garage band here? It's like you're in a garage.
There are a lot,
formally.
yeah. Some
What?
bands have been formed here just from them
Some
going
of
in the
them?
studio, yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, 'cause they have a drum set and guitars.
Guitars, drum sets, mics, all that, yeah.
Excellent.
And there's also a computer lab.
You saw
This is a
that.
place where you could do, heaven forbid, your homework on
During the
stuff.
school year.
Oh, okay, yeah, because it's summer. It's summer.
Yeah.
It's party time. They
There's-
do homework during the
There's
school year.
no homework in the summer?
There's no homework during the
What do you
summer.
like best
See,
about
I
it?
told you, they got it easy these
Yeah.
days.
What do you like best about this place? I mean, the
there's something
teen
for everyone.
center. What?
There's something for everyone, so anyone can come and do something that they want. So it's nice to see people doing, things that they like. And
I saw a hip-hop
for
class
everyone.
yeah, there's I think a
Be
hip hop dance
tonight.
class
Yeah.
in the yoga studio over there.
Have you ever
we-
participated
do we have
in
to pay
hip-hop?
I haven't, but I know some people that have.
Yeah.
Do
It looks
residents
fun.
have to pay taxes on this thing or anything?
sorry, I didn't hear you.
What?
I didn't hear you.
Do residents who live here
Oh, I'm not sure.
have to pay extra?
I think most of the
You
funding
ruined
comes
my
from
groove.
it comes from donating. I'm pretty sure.
Donation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Someone goes around and shakes a can in front of all the doors around here, and they take up a collection.
People go around shaking their can?
A
Well,
can.
it
Oh,
depends what your can looks
goodness.
like. Okay.
So tell us about the mixing room.
Okay,
that they
what
have.
else?
The studio.
Yeah, the mixing studios.
Well, there's turntables, a couple drum sets,
Talk to the
guitars.
How big is the pool?
Oh, there's no pool.
There's no pool.
There's a pool table.
Is there a
Yeah.
bathtub?
There's a pool
Can I
table.
take a shower here?
Oh dear
Wait a
God.
minute. No, I can't
No.
take a
It's-
shower?
No, no.
It's not set up for.
It's not that
the
kind of.
elderly.
It's not that kind of gym.
There's a men's room with little sinks or something?
There's a men's room.
I
yeah.
can wash.
Yeah.
in?
But you're not going to be bathing in their sinks.
Oh, okay,
so just
all right.
forget it.
Hopefully not.
Okay? Yeah, let's hope not.
All
so
right.
tell us about is
All
there
of a
the
sudden, I
basketball
now
court?
understand why it's a teen center
Oh my goodness.
and not a geriatric center.
Yes, they have special centers for you guys. Now we're going to talk about the teen center, so simmer down. Okay, Evan has some things to share with us.
Go ahead.
Okay, well let him finish
Go ahead,
his
Evan.
sentence.
Go.
Evan, please tell us about the basketball court. Is there other things like do you have is it just casual games or are there any serious games
yeah.
that go on in there?
A lot of it is just like pickup games.
That's
People
what I was
get
looking
together.
for.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then there's also clinics. There's I don't know if you saw the cage. It's weights and treadmills and stuff like that. Yeah.
Nice. So like you said, something for everyone.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part of it?
The gym?
whole
Oh,
the whole
teen center.
scene.
Probably the studio.
The studio. So
Yeah.
what do you do in the studio?
Well, I DJ, so there's turntables in there.
Excellent. So you do the little scratchy thing.
Yeah.
See, we should have brought one out here for you so you could
That would've
show
been
us
fun.
your stuff. It would have been fun. Excellent. Is that what you hope to do later on in life?
It's fun, but I don't know if that's what I want to do. So. Yeah.
Hate
Do you
to
enjoy
say it, but it
school?
sounds boring to me.
Oh my
Like
goodness.
DJing?
I had them quiet. I think officially for at least 2 minutes there. So what do you like about school?
I mean, in school, there's not much to like about it, but it's,
Well, you got teachers there. And, all right.
there's a lot of friends there, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The teachers want to raise, you know.
What? What
said the
former
teach-
principal?
How's that his
He
problem?
used to
Well,
be.
he could get. Well, I'm sure they must discuss
terrible.
teachers here.
Yes.
Everybody does.
I
Seriously.
hope not.
You
I hope
know,
not.
they do discuss teachers
Evan.
here, don't they? And the principal.
See, he wants to know if you talk about principals and teachers because it's now about him. It's
It
no
took me
longer
a
about
while
you.
to figure out who my principal was. I didn't know who it was for a while.
See, that wouldn't have happened in your day, would it have? No, everyone knew who Mike Sallen was.
What are you
He'd walk out in the hall and everyone would just stop what they
You're
were
I
talking-
doing.
played my
You're
bugle
talking
when I
high
went
school?
out in the hall.
Well, because there's like headmaster and
And
I don't like- I don't know which
housemasters
one's
or
the
whatever it
best.
is
Yeah.
they've got
Where do you
there.
go to school?
BHS.
Okay.
Do you have dances here?
Freshmen don't, but there's
No,
like,
here in the teens. He's now gone to the teen center.
there's lots of events where I've DJ'd some of them.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Good for you.
and they're just kind of dance parties. There's a Halloween one, Christmas.
How
It
many
wasn't
people
on
show
Christmas.
up to these?
A lot. I remember the Halloween one. It was pretty packed in here.
Wow.
Are they held in the gym?
Awesome.
They're held in the gym and also out here. They'll do in the cafe. They'll do free food. And
So we're sitting in
course.
the cafe.
yep.
We
That
are.
explains why I smelled French fries when I came in. Yep.
So Evan, tell me who is eligible to come and use these facilities?
Anyone I think that goes to Brookline schools or lives in Brookline.
Okay.
So yeah.
Anyone who doesn't create a ruckus.
Well, they decide that later.
Exactly. So then they can
Yes.
start saying, no, you're not allowed in here anymore because you're, behaving badly.
You have
So
I'm pretty sure we haven't experienced yet, so that's pretty good.
That's excellent. That's impressive because it's a teen center.
Yeah.
I
No
mean-
offense, I don't have much faith in the behavior.
Do you put on any shows here?
What?
Do you have shows? Talent
like-
shows or something?
Yeah, we just had an open mic the other night actually,
Very good.
Friday. Yeah, it was up on the stage.
Yeah, that's
How many
good.
people
I like that.
participated?
Around 10, I think.
Was anybody funny?
I probably laughed at a couple of them, but
Probably laughed a couple times during the show.
You could
Okay.
use good
There's
talent
plenty
on our
of
show.
Yes,
That's why
yes,
he's
yes,
asking
Yes,
you.
we could.
Actually, Kiera could use any talent on this show.
I'll take whatever I can get. It's all right.
Yeah.
We're laughing, sure. People are crying watching this show.
No,
Yeah.
no one's watching the show.
So what's the bottom and the top of the age range that can come to the teen center?
well, during like the normal hours of operation, it's high schoolers. So it's not really age, just if you're gonna be into the high school or you go to the high school.
Okay.
So people who were 8th graders last year have started coming this summer.
Okay.
And then on Wednesdays, for a couple hours from 2:20 to 5, I'm pretty certain.
You think the team?
2:20 to 5.
Yeah.
You're
So when
like-
they get out of the school until just
Yeah,
5.
they ended their.
You're like
their
seventh and 8th graders in, or 8th graders.
Now it's just them,
It's just
nobody
them,
else.
yeah, they
Okay,
separate.
so
'Cause
everyone
the
else
difference-
has to stay out.
The
Okay,
difference
but
between
has the
8th grade and
teen
9th grade.
center
Is
made a difference?
behavior and-
I know my friends aren't as bored anymore if they come here. Instead of just having to hang out outside or at a friend's house, you have this
That
place
means
to come
less
to.
destructive.
That isn't it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it isn't. Boredom leads to destruction. So they're not bored. They're here. They have an outlet for their energy. Less drugs.
Didn't I hear her
less
say she
partying.
was bored?
I did.
No, I'm not bored.
I just want to know
said-
what she's going to
I said,
destruct.
Oh, my
that's a joke
goodness.
among students.
I can't
you
take
know.
them
Students
anywhere,
always say,
okay? We
everything is
usually contain
boring,
them in a
kids say.
studio.
All right, okay.
And now I've got you guys on the road. Oh my goodness.
On the road again.
God help me.
How
Evan,
over
tell us
time?
something. You know, obviously we're gonna run out of time here shortly.
No, we're not.
not.
We're not running out
No,
of
we're
time.
really. Trust me, we will run out of time.
We've got Doug
Especially if you
outside
guys
running
keep
around
talking
that
over
van.
Evan. Okay, Evan.
It isn't raining now.
Tell us
so-
something wonderful about the Teen Center that we couldn't find out online or from anyone else other than you.
I can't think. Probably you can build some stronger relationships with your friends here than if you're just at school hanging out, because like you'll hang out with people here that you probably wouldn't hang out with outside of school or at school, and it's kind of mixes good between the upperclassmen and underclassmen.
Nice.
So I think it builds a good community,
Excellent.
like makes the high school a better place too.
That's
Well,
fabulous.
it hasn't been around a year yet, but
A school year.
is it?
Yeah, a school year. That's how you judge it, a school year.
Okay. But does it tend to be cliquey or not?
Not really.
No. Less so than school?
I mean, there's people who just
Don't come.
They come and do one thing.
Yeah.
There's certainly people who don't come.
Yeah.
There's, I guess at the high school, I wouldn't call it a group, but there's people, who go to the teen center.
Don't go.
And then there's people who don't go, yeah.
Yeah. Some.
All right, so if somebody's
People
out,
don't try to avoid it, I would say.
if there's somebody out there who's listening to us and we have aroused their curiosity, when's the best time for them to drop in, and is there anybody in particular they should look for if they want to get introduced and eased into the
Yeah.
teen center?
Any of the staff can give you a tour, and the staff love to hang out with the teens. And also there's, Paul's not here often, but Matt Cooney and Jen, they're the directors, I think.
Okay.
They're here a lot, and they can help you come.
And Evan would be a great person
You can look for Evan.
to show you around.
Now, when I came in here, I got immediately lost because there is no signage whatsoever. So
Where do we
you
go?
you walk in the door.
I
You're
didn't, and there was no signage, but I found it fine.
you're
groped.
you're faced with an elevator. What floor are you meant to go to?
Second.
There's
It
no
says- I
second
think it
on the
says, yeah.
elevator.
No, you just walk up the stairs.
Yeah, you can walk upstairs. That's what everyone
You don't
does.
need an elevator. You just take those 7 steps to the
I
top
took
of
the
the
escalator. I didn't take the elevator.
Okay. Yeah.
There is no escalator, people.
Oh, there is an
It's
escalator.
it's true. We have
got the warning.
it is a teen center. We expect you to all be teenagers. You can bound up the stairs. I assume people with disabilities are not welcome.
No, they are. They're
Since
definitely
they're
welcome. They can take the elevator
That's the elevator's
to the
for.
second floor.
Yeah.
Which there isn't a
There's a
second floor.
pretend second floor. We were on the second floor.
Which is called what, Evan?
Second floor.
Seconds?
It's the second floor. Uh-oh, we're out of time. We have to say
What's the
goodnight to
third
our-
button in the elevator?
Third button in the elevator. Irene,
Good night, Irene. Good night. We'll see you in our dreams.
Good night, Irene. It was great talking to you today.
Good night, Irene. Good night, everybody, from
Good night,
the
Evan.
fun show
Evan,
here
for
at
hanging
Big
out with us.
TV.
Being a
Coming
part of
to
the
you
scene.
from the Brookline Teen Center, which has been adequately represented by Evan.
No, more than adequate. That was above
thousands are
average.
clamoring
Adequate
to
is
get
like
in.
a B minus or a C. That was an A plus performance.
Okay, adequate's an A. It starts with A. It's
Oh
A
my
plus.
goodness.
It's an A.
Above average.
In any case.
Thank you,
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.